Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss Rothra's test, which is done for the detection of ketone bodies in the given sample or in the urine sample, along with its interpretation. And in the end, we will see demonstration of Rothra's test. To download lecture notes and other interesting stuff related to biochemistry, please visit website biochemistrybasics.com. Acetoacetate, beta-hydroxybutyrate, and acetone are known as ketone bodies. Among these three, acetoacetate is the primary ketone body, and the beta-hydroxybutyrate and acetone, which is a volatile one, they are known as a secondary ketone bodies. Synthesis and utilization of ketone bodies. The site of production of ketone bodies is the liver, but liver cannot utilize ketone bodies because it's deficient in one particular enzyme that is known as a coenzyme transferase, which is also known as a thiopherase, which is required for the activation of ketone bodies. Ketone bodies are utilized by extrahepatic tissues except liver and RBCs. So this is about synthesis and utilization of ketone bodies. Now we will see principle, procedure, observation and inference of Rothra's test. First, procedure of Rothra's test. In dry test tube, take 1 ml of urine or given sample, then add 4 ml of saturated ammonium sulfate solution, then add drop of freshly prepared sodium nitroprusside and mix it properly. In the last, add 3 ml of strong ammonia solution from the side of the test tube and do not mix. If there is a presence of deep purple ring at the junction of two liquids, that means there is a presence of acetone and acetoacetic acid in the urine or in the given sample. Beta-hydroxybutyrate do not give Rothra's test. And the principle of Rothra's test is sodium nitroprusside reacts with ketones forming purple color complex in the presence of ammonia. Another test which is done for the detection of acetoacetate is Gerhardt's test. So that is procedure, observation, inference and principle of Rothra's test. Now interpretation of Rothra's test. When glucose metabolism is slow, that is seen in diabetes mellitus, or when carbohydrate is not available, which is seen in starvation, fat is excessively catabolized, which leads to increased production of acetyl-CoA. And this acetyl-CoA is not completely oxidized in TCA cycle because of limited availability of oxaloacetate. So in that condition, acetoacetic acid and its derivatives, that is beta-hydroxybutyric acid and acetone, accumulate and are excreted in urine and expired through lungs respectively. So this excretion of ketone bodies in urine is known as a ketonuria, and it is seen in uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, starvation, persistent vomiting and Van Gog's disease. So that is about interpretation of Rothra's test. Now we will see demonstration of Rothra's test, which is done for the ketone bodies.
So we have already seen the principle of Rothra's test, which is done for the detection of ketone bodies like acetone and acetoacetate in the urine. Now we will see the procedure of Rothra's test. So first you have to take 1 ml of urine sample, and in that you have to add so that is 1 ml of sample, and in that you have to add around 4 ml of saturated ammonium sulfate solution. You can also saturate urine with the ammonium sulfate powder. Over here we have prepared the saturated ammonium sulfate solution, and in that you have to add 1 drop of freshly prepared sodium nitroprusside and mix it properly after adding it, and then through the side of the test tube you have to add 3 ml of concentrated ammonia. So through the side of the test tube you have to add concentrated ammonia and you have to release it very slowly. So if there is a presence of ketone body in the sample, then there will be the development of purple color ring at the junction of two liquids. So this you can see there is a development of purple color ring at the junction of two liquid. That means there is a presence of ketone bodies in the given sample. So this is all about Rothra's test. Thank you.